Can you hear my voice now? Hope my voice is audible. You can hear my voice. Having any disturbance? Just please check it. I think the voice is clear now, right? Okay, we'll see the remaining messages. Pranay Kumar, good evening. Bola, good evening. Vidya Kalyani, good evening. Ramesh, good evening. Pranay Kumar, good evening. Vidya Kalyani, good evening. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. I think the voice is clear. All people are saying. Then, yeah, we'll start the day 29 session of the prompt engineering. So, hope you will see the another use case for today, and what will be the use case and how you are using everything you can see today. And before going to the session, just once again to all people, thanks for joining for the session. Hope successfully we'll complete tomorrow the last session of the prompt engineering. Trivedi, good evening. Having any doubts, please try to keep the message in chat box. Pradeep Kumar, good evening. Yeah, let's start the session for today. So we are at 29 of the Prompt Engineering Masterclass in entire 30 days. So successfully we have completed up to 28 days. Now we are at a 29. So today is about the concept we will see. So we have divided the entire 30 days of requirement up to 4 weeks. So the first basic we have discussed, and week 2 we have discussed about the small rotations, and week 3 we have seen the applications wise the small use cases, and week 5 we have seen the LangChain based, API based, and multilingual based. So today the session will be about multilingual prompting, the translation process we are doing, rephrase you are doing, and we are doing the localize. So in a single concept we are trying to do the 3 type of the informations today. So that will be the use case for today. Hope you can clear the voice note and it will be audible to you. Having any requirement, you can keep the message. After completion of the class we will check the messages and we will try to give the answer to your particular questions. Yeah, that's it. Let us start about the particular requirements. So today we are just starting this particular requirement with the translation, rephrasing, and as well as the localization. What is the meaning of this particular thing? Okay, we are doing the translation, rephrase, and localize. That's okay, fine. What is the meaning of the multilingual prompting? So we have seen different type of the promptings, and we have used the different type of frameworks. Okay, so here we are discussing about the multilingual prompting. Okay, so if you are taking the LangChain, that will be a one type of the framework that will be work for the generation of your text from the LLM models. So in the same manner, the multilingual prompting will use for the purpose of conversations and to do the generation of the text, but mostly it can work for the different type of languages, and you can do the mostly here also the multilingual prompting also will work for the type of generation of the content information only, but not only that one, you can work with the different type of LLM models here, multiple languages and multiple different type of LLM models we can use. That purpose we are taking as a multilingual prompting. Means the main motto of this concept is you have to do the paraphrasing, and you have to do the rewriting and localization part, and the translation of the content to one format or to another type of the format of language. So that is the main motto of this particular multilingual prompting. The simple thing, you are seeing the language translations, you are seeing the summarizer, you are seeing the rewriting of the articles. So that will be applicable for the multilingual prompting. So that purpose we are doing today three type of the requirements here. So what is the main motto of this concept means bridging the language gaps by providing the AI powered multilingual communication for the global audience. Means here the main motto of this multilingual prompting, who are searching for the translation part, then it will be work for. Who are searching for the rewriting of the concept, then it will be work for that. So here the main motto of the multilingual communication means, so you can see who are there, the persons, the audience means the customers who are there, they don't know the language of some particular English, or they don't know the language of uh, uh, Telugu, or they don't know the language of Tamil, they don't know the language of Hindi, they don't know the language of Kannada, Malayalam, something like that. They don't know the language of what is a different type of languages what we are having. So from that particular languages they can't understand properly, means what they can do. Previously you can see before 2014 something like that, you don't have the translation parts, like one language to another language translation you don't have. Only you are having the one thing. What is that one thing means? The simple thing that will be about for the purpose of only language of English. But later the people will the designer the designing part people will be realize the people are can't understand properly the English, because they knows only the language of the a part of their mother tongue. So they have done normal machine translation to English translation, and later it will be multiple language translations. So that language translations only we are working with the generative AI part sentence formation. That is only we are saying it as with the Gen AI models or LLM models. We can say it as a multilingual prompting phrase. That is only multilingual communication process. Even you are having multiple translations also, they can't understand properly that particular, they can't type that particular language, but they want to use the smart informations for smart things what are available in a present days. That purpose what they want to do means they are taking the voice note, they are taking some particular voice note for it. So that is the main motto of the concept. Why we are using this one means that is only so to enable the businesses or for the educators or for the individuals to communicate effectively beyond the language boundaries. It doesn't need any type of boundaries. I want to communicate with any people. So I don't want to communicate only with some particular person who knows only my mother tongue. I want to communicate with all other people, means you can do the communication. Whatever they're asking, you can convert that into your original what you know the language. Then you can see that in the same manner. Then you can convert into their language transformation. So the type of requirements that may be for the business, for the educational purpose, or normal conversation purpose, or for assistant purpose, like that you can use. That is a main motto. But what is the problem statement to which type of problems you are facing, and why we are just gathering that one means the problem statement will be here. So language diversity creates the challenges in understanding accessibility and cultural relevance of worldwide. Seriously, in a world where so many of the languages will be there, they can't understand that particular language if you are going to another state or another country. So that purpose what the creators have done means previously you are having only the data based format of information, but now in a present days with the different type of languages, through the voice note, through the text based anything, any of the input you can give, it can convert from one format to another format, right? So previously what you are facing the problems mean this is only the people can't understand process properly, and they are having some particular problems like that, the communication problems. That's why we are rectifying those problems because of our main objective. What is the main motto of a particular concept means we have to develop AI driven platforms that may be translations or rephrasing or localizing, or you want to do any voice to text to voice conversations, then we can use very accurately our concept. That purpose we are taking, the main motto we are taking, the keyword of the multilingual, that purpose only we are using. That is the main objective of a particular requirement. Now I will go to the system architecture of my programming part. So what is my system architecture to my concept means this is only my system architecture what I am trying to take. The purpose I am just following this particular requirement. So here I am just going through with this particular requirement. The first one is for the system architecture. I have to enter some particular input in my prompt. That input entering of information what I am doing, that I should go through with the user input. That user input I should apply to the natural language processing. Then it can check with the LLM models with a different type of selective prompt. Then first it can do the text processing and the translation, and it can do the localization part of our output. So like that, whatever you need, the translation or some particular localization part and everything you can do here, and it will be workable for that. So the main conclusion of this particular concept is we have to get the translation, we should do the conversion, and we should do the translation. And if you want to do the rephrasing of some particular content, you can upload some particular .txt files, you can upload normal files, any of the text you have to apply, just you have to apply the input whatever you need in a particular prompt, then you will get the output. The purpose here you can see some particular conversation. So here the main conclusion of the part is when I am trying to enter my input, that should be taken by my selective of prompt. With the LLM models it should check, and it should give the translation of the output for me. That is the main mode of my particular concept. What will be the future part means that I need very effectively as like a human being, exactly how the human being is speaking. Already we are having the generative AI part only, but that is not that much 100% accurate result. Every time we should go through with the upgradation of the fine tuning of the models. So that is the main motto of the our particular concept. So now what I am doing means I am just opening a some particular option. Example like ChatGPT I am opening. Here I can check that what is the translation part, and as well as like para rephrasing, and as well as localization part by using of this one. Now I am clicking on this particular voice note. I don't know the language. Okay, what I can do means if I don't know the language, I can click on the voice note and I can start my process. Hi, hello, how are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great, thank you. How about you?
I don't know language. Speak in only one or two languages. What I need like Tamil or Telugu like that.
Got it, I'll stick to Tamil and Telugu for you as needed. Just let me know which language you prefer at any time and I'll be happy to swatch.
ఓకే సరే నాకు తెలుగులో కావాలి.
సరే, నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతాను. ఏదైనా సహాయం కావాలంటే చెప్పండి.
ఓకే, నేను నీకు ఒక సెంటెన్స్ చెప్తాను ఇంగ్లీష్లో, అది నాకు తెలుగులో ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసి చెప్పు.
సరే, నీవు చెప్పిన ఇంగ్లీష్ వర్డ్ను వాక్యాన్ని తెలుగులో అనువదిస్తాను.
ఓకే, ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్తావా?
సరే, ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్తాను.
ఓకే, సో విను. టు ఎనేబుల్ బిజినెసెస్, educators and individuals to communicate effectively beyond language boundaries using the prompt of multilingual prompts.
అంటే వ్యాపారాలను, విద్యార్థులను, వ్యక్తులను భాష సరిహద్దులను దాటుతూ సమర్థవంతమైన కమ్యూనికేషన్ కోసం మల్టీలింగ్వల్ ప్రాంప్ట్స్ ని ఉపయోగించుకోవడం.
ఓకే, ఇది వేరే లాంగ్వేజ్ లో చెప్పు. తమిళ్.
சரி, இது தமிழில் சொல்லுகிறேன். அதாவது தொழில்களையும் கல்வியாளர்களையும் தனிப்பட்ட மனிதர்களையும் மொழி எல்லைகளை தாண்டி திறமையாக தொடர்பு கொள்ள முடிய வகையில் மல்டிலிங்குவல் ப்ராம்ப்ட்களை பயன்படுத்துவது.
హిందీలో చెప్పు.
సరే, నేను ఇప్పుడు తెలుగులోనే కొనసాగుతాను. ఇంకేమైనా కావాలంటే చెప్పండి.
ఓకే, హిందీలో కావాలి.
ठीक है, मैं अब हिंदी में बात करूंगी. आपको जो भी चाहिए बेझिझक बताइए.
सेम सेंटेंस हिंदी में बोलो.
जरूर, मैं तैयार हूँ. आप जो भी वाक्य कहें मैं इसे हिंदी में अनुवाद कर दूंगी.
Okay, I'll give you one sentence, convert into Hindi language. To enable businesses, educators, individuals to communicate effectively beyond languages boundaries using the multilingual prompts.
व्यवसायों, शिक्षकों और व्यक्तियों को भाषाओं की सीमाओं को पार करते हुए प्रभावी तरीके से संवाद करने के लिए मल्टीलिंगुअल प्रॉम्प्ट्स का उपयोग करना.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye for now and take care.
So now you can see whatever we have completed the entire information, it's trying to give with a conversation. So I don't know the language, I can do the translation because of selective of the prompt along with some particular selective of the LLM models. Now you can see what we have done the conversation, everything it can do. So everything is showing in a proper way, like it's just doing the translation however you need, right? So in the same manner, I'm taking here, I'm asking another question. What is data analytics with Power BI and R programming? Need in file lines paragraph. Okay, so I have given one particular sentence. Okay, it's trying to give the some particular sentence. This sentence I'm taking, now I'm asking convert to we can try with the French language. We can try with Hindi language. So it's just converting whatever you're having the information with some particular language, and also need in Telugu. So what is the meaning of this one? It's just trying to convert the information into a different type of translations whatever you need. Okay, so that is the meaning of the information. If you want to need, then it can convert into the information. So that will be the option if you are seeing. So this is the usage of this particular information. However you need, you can do the translation of these particular requirements, then it will be worthable for our translation. But compare with the normal translations, what is the use of this multilingual prompting in a, any type of these particular models, what you are having the GPT or what you are having the Gemini means, only the main usage, it can try to do the generation as like a human being, not like the pre-data based, it won't take and it won't give exactly in the same manner. So it can try to build in a different way, very clear information, clear cut information, how the own sentence we are taking, how the own sentence we are trying to build in the same manner, it will do the same thing. So that purpose we have to use this prompt engineering with the multilingual prompting. So now this concept I'm just trying to take for my purpose in a Google Colab. So that purpose to see check the application, I'm just opening my Google Colab here. So here I have opened the Google Colab and I'm just clicking on my particular file whatever I need exactly for today. But before going to the coding part, the notepad steps I have to check. So I'm just checking the notepad file checking for today. I'm just copying, I'm going to here, I'm pasting here. Now you can see today my requirement will be, I just want to proceed with this particular requirement what I have taken, right? So here I want to take with the prompt multilingual based, the translation and rephrase and as well as localization want to take. So now today my use case is I just want to take my information with this particular multilingual prompt based by using of the prompt engineering. So these purpose what I want to do, I want to import my required libraries, then later I want to import my required libraries, then you have to load your particular models along with your Gen AI models with the type of the prompt, then later you have to retrain or doing the pipelining process you have to do, then later you have to enter your input, and after that the entering of input in a particular prompt. If you are clicking on the button, automatically in a background it can go to the enhancement of the NLP process. Later it can connect with your already pre-trained models of the LLM, and if it is having the answer, that answer it can try to regenerate however you need with the translation or paraphrasing, anything, translation or rephrasing or localize, anything it can try to give the output. After completion of your getting the output, so these type of the outputs if you are getting means, then later you have to click on the API creation process, then there you have to use API key in this particular Gradio. So if you are clicking on that, it will show the installation of the library. You have to install, then later you have to copy and paste the code, and you can see the API link. That link will be applicable up to for 1 week. So that you have to follow, and finally you will complete the results. So these are the steps whatever we are following. That steps only we are following in our coding part. So what we are doing means we are following this particular steps only. You can see the particular steps what we are following here. So if you want to start this coding part, so first you have to install the libraries. What libraries you are installing? So install Gradio, transformers, sentence piece, and language detection. Okay, so some particular libraries whatever you need you are taking. That libraries why we are using, you can see here. The first library is about after installing the libraries, definitely we should import because we are using for the purpose of our particular requirement. So that is only Gradio I am taking. I am giving the shortcut name as a GL. Later I am giving the transformers. From the transformers I am loading auto tokenizer model sequence to sequence, because language translation you are using, no, you can use T5 model or any other type of the LLM models. But in a background you can take the particular model whatever you need for the purpose of the pipelining. So next one, lang detect means language detection we have to do. Which language you are selecting, that language you have to detect, then later only. Next FTF5 means it can convert from one language to another language. That purpose we have to take. Then after completion of importing libraries, we have to start our process of the loading of translation of models. So that is only I am doing here. Model name is equal to, so I am taking some particular model name that will be English to the French language or something like that. So this model I have taken from the Hugging Face website. So I'm just opening the website of the Hugging Face, then you can search here, then you are getting some different type of the models. Okay, so here I am having the another model, not only this model, so many of models will be there in the translation, because how many languages will be there, that many models are available. We can take any type of the models whatever we need for the translation. That is not a matter which type of conversation you are doing. That is based on our particular requirement we have to do. So after loading of your model of the LLM, then that model you should apply for the pre-training process purpose for the tokenization. Means whatever you are loading the model, that it can check with the tokenization. After completion, the same model it can check with the sequence to sequence model process. Then the model will be stored with the model variable. So now whatever I am doing, I need here the type of the prompt will be about the translation, and I am taking my tokenizer part and my model. All I am just doing the pipelining process. After completion of the pipelining process, now I am starting with the define translate of text. Means what I am doing, I want to do the translation, installation, importing and loading model completed, and coming to the next step, I just want to start with the translation process. That purpose I am giving here the defining function. What is the use of the defining function? Whenever you need the defining function in your coding part, at the time you have to call that particular model. The purpose here you are just allocating the defining of the model function will be translate text. What you need, you have to enter your input text, and language you have to select, and output language also you have to select. If not text strip, means if you doesn't have any text, then it should go and it should return to the again you have to enter something, you should get the output. Apart from that, maybe you are entering some input text, the text, and it should do the translation at least of 512. Maximum length will be that one, maximum token length, and you have to do the translator. Means what? Whatever you have in the pipelining process, right? That is only you are giving. then you have to return to the output, you should display the output. So installation, importing, loading model and defining function completed, then you should go through with the user interface with the Gradio. So the Gradio, the shortcut name will be GR, and in that I am taking some particular requirements with root, Gradio and header files, how much you need, size, shape, color, everything. In that, for the header purpose, I am taking with the row along with the column, that name will be, heading will be Multilingual Prompting Studio, and along with that it will highlight that paragraphs with translate, rephrase and localizing with easy process. So this is my heading of my what I'm taking my particular user interface. Then after that it will show downside translate. In that particular translate, in that particular columns will be there, no, in that particular columns, in the first one will be I'm giving one text box, and for the text box I'm allocating some requirement. So what is that particular requirement means? Simple thing. In a particular text box, I want to enter some particular text, what I want to do the translation. Later, the next text box, source language means input language what you're doing. And next text box will be for output language means the target language. Then later you're having the button. If you're clicking the button, it should translate. How it can translate? Then after translation, it will show the output in the translation of the box. So that purpose here, 4 type of the boxes will be there. The first boxes will be for text box for input source text, entering the input text. Next text box for the selective of your input language. Then target language purpose, you're having another text box. Final displaying of output purpose, another box. You're having the 4 boxes. Then after that, if you want to get the output, definitely you have to click on the button. If you are clicking on the button, it should go to this particular defining function, whatever you are giving for the translation of the text or something. And after that, if you want to do any extra requirements, not only the translation, you want to do a rephrase, if you want to do the localization part also, it's available. We have to proceed. So then that you are giving here height, width along with that, and this will be the complete process. So this is the entire process: installation, importing and later model loading and defining function user interface. Now if you want to execute this code, first go to the runtime and click on the change runtime, and you just select the T4 GPU or CPU. First I will check with the CPU, then I'll click on it, and now if you want to check any other files are executing, just go to the manage sessions, just remove it, all those things, to get the better accurate results. Now you can execute the coding part. So if you are executing the coding part, what you will get exactly? So this is very basic one. After completion I will show you exactly the main requirement of our coding part. We are having another files also, just that is about the basic what we are seeing now. After that we are having another file also, I will show you that. Okay, just you can see the result. First you have to import your particular libraries, install, then later it can reload your models, then finally it will show the output results. After completion it will open the live link. Now you can see. So it's trying to build the all information, it's trying to display the all outputs. Just wait for some particular time and later you can see the output results. So that's all the particular information. If you want to see the another requirements, you are having another requirements also, I will show you that particular details. So the same concept, if you want to increase much more, like if you want to do here we are just only focusing on the translation part, right? If you want to focus on all requirements, here you can see. So you are taking extra libraries, whatever you need, and here you are doing the translation purpose and paraphrasing purpose, you are taking T5 model. And later if you want to do the same thing only, we are just adding extra rephrasing and localizing part coding also, then you can see the output results. So here you can see, you just observe, just only for the observation purpose I am showing this coding part, you just see. Here you just want to enter your particular text, hi, then English language and French language it will be there, then you can click on the translate. It should translate and it should display the output. This is about only for the translation. Now the entire thing you have to go through with the three type of requirements, because in a multilingual we have given translation, rephrasing and localization part. Now if I am executing the second code, here the same concept will be there, but extra boxes will be there for paraphrasing and as well as localization. If you want to see the coding part, you can see. So you have to import the libraries. The later translation purpose you are taking one model, and para rephrasing purpose you are taking one model. Defining function you are taking for the translation purpose, rephrasing purpose and localization purpose. And user interface you are starting previously only 3 buttons will be there for, but now here for translation purpose you are taking some particular buttons, 3 plus 1 4 buttons, 4 text boxes with 1 button. And for rephrasing purpose you are taking some text box and some options, rephrasing however you need, and final output text. Localization part also will be the same. So here also first you have to install your particular libraries. That installation libraries are very important. Okay, so along with that you are taking here for the translation this model, NLP model, and for the rephrasing purpose you are taking T5 based paraphraser. So installation completed. Now you are loading off your particular models. Previously you are having the only option to load the files only for the particular purpose of the requirement, that will be only for translation. But in this coding part, 3 type of options we can see by using of the multilingual prompt. So here it's trying to load all model files, because installation already completed. It's trying to load all model files. After loading you can see the output results with the link. Now if I am clicking this particular link, you can see the 1 week, up to 1 week it will be available. Just click on the particular link. Here you can see. So this is my option: translate, rephrase and localize. So first I am clicking on the translate. Here I am giving hi, hello. Okay, so English language and French language. If I want to convert, then I can convert the language. So it's trying to give. Now you can see paraphrasing I am giving. So here I want to enter some particular text. Okay, so here I am having already some particular text, right? I will just copy and paste there, and we'll see the output results, how it's giving exactly. Okay, so this content I am taking to here I am pasting the content. Here I am just see, it's showing which type of style you need, neutral or something formal, something. I am selecting the formal, just rephrasing. After completion it can show the rephrasing of your content. So in a first process language translation, second process rephrase, and you can see in a third option with the localization option. So we have seen already translation, now just waiting for the result of rephrasing. Then later you can go through with the localization. You can see it's trying to do the process like that. Then later after completion of this one, just go through with the localization. Here you can enter any of your particular text, like whatever you need. Just localization purpose, I'm just giving some particular content, but that should be related. Then you can click on the localize. It can identify. So based on that it can do the identification. Now just click on the particular requirement, whatever you need with the use API key. Just copy the link and paste the link here to the downside for installation purpose. Then click on the enter button. Now you can copy the particular content whatever you're having, and you can paste here. Then you can see the output result. This link will be applied up to for 1 week. Then you can see the output results what we are having exactly. Okay, now you can click on the link, then you will get the output. The same process. Yeah. So that's all for today. Having any doubts, please keep the message. And I think hope you got the attendance link. So please go through ahead of the information. So if you need the attendance link, I think already forwarded, I'm thinking. If it is not, I will share you again. So yeah, that's all for today. Having any doubts, just please keep the message in chat box. Yeah, day 29 attendance link already forwarded. Please go through ahead. That's all for today. Yeah, day 29 attendance link already forwarded. Please go through ahead. That's all for today. Having any doubt, just please keep the message. Otherwise, we'll end up the session. Please fill the attendance link properly. Okay. So then only who are attending the entire 26 days class, at least 24 days, and definitely you will get the certification. But certification purpose also, I told you already what rules you have to follow. Please go through ahead with that and please complete this. That's all for today. Thank you. Having any doubts, just please keep the message in chat box.